It's a Saturday afternoon at Fenway Park as the Red Sox prepare to take on the defending world champion Houston Astros for the second day in a row. Game 1 went to the champs 6-3 despite an impressive outing by David Price. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Fenway. Great to have you with us. I'm Dave O'Brien. My partner, the Hall of Famer Dennis Eckersley. Garen Austin joins us in just a couple of moments. Eck, it is a great outing the last time out for Eduardo Rodriguez that people are still talking about because he was just coming off the disabled list in Chicago. He was probably throwing anywhere he wanted, 95, 96, better than he has in his career.
Where have you been, Erod, huh? I mean to tell you, that is as good as I've seen him. You can't help but get excited. I mean, you talk about this left-hander, and he's been gone, what, almost 6 weeks, and when he came back, that ball, talk about coming out of your hand. That's ridiculous. He was spotting anything that he wanted. Everything was hard. He didn't even throw his changeup. He punched out 10 guys out of the first 12 batters that he faced. I mean, that is as good as it looks. I mean, that's no-hit stuff, and this is after being laid off for so long. So where do you go from here? What can he do? Let's see how it plays against the Houston Astros. That's another story. The White Sox are the White Sox, but you got to see what he does from there. But you can't help but be excited about it, because if this is a time for him, he had like time off. Maybe he's going to be as good as he can be with that time off the rest of the season and into the playoffs.
That last start, he could throw in a teacup. As you say, these guys will really make you pitch as well. And on the other side, it's Charlie Morton, the right-hander for the Houston Astros, who's having the best season of his career. He's just coming off the disabled list as well. One of the hardest throwers in Major League Baseball at fastball averages up around 97. Red Sox and the Astros, Game 2 next. BuyAToyota.com. Dunkin' Donuts. America runs on Dunkin'. Amica Insurance. Auto, home, and life insurance, always putting you first. Staples, the back-to-school specialty store. The all-new 3-row Subaru Ascent featuring all-wheel drive. And by Southwest Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. Eduardo Rodriguez taken to the hill at 12-3. Here's the Astro lineup he'll do battle with this afternoon. It'll be George Springer to lead it off at right. Jose Altuve, Alex Bregman, and Yuli Gurriel. Carlos Correa moved down to the 5 spot. Tyler White, the DH. Marisnick in center. Maldonado does the catching. And Tony Kempson left. The starter presented by New England Audi dealers. Rodriguez brilliant in Chicago last time out. A 6-1 victory. He struck out a dozen.
Yeah, the Red Sox defense is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. They're second in the American League in 61 errors in 142 games. You see Devers at third today, Bogarts at short, Ian Kinsler at second, Mitch Moreland at first. Out the outfield left to right, Andrew Benintendi, Jackie Bradley Jr., Mookie Betts. Behind the plate, Christian Vasquez catching Eduardo Rodriguez.
Umpires brought to you by Toyota's website for deals, buyatoyota.com. David Rackley behind the plate. Walcott, Nart, and Hoy are the umpires on the bases. Nart had to be flown in because last night's home plate umpire had to leave the ball game. after shot off the mask were available. This telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP presented by Toyota. Visit compare2toyota.com to see Toyota deals not seen on TV. And the weather, it's overcast, 68 degrees, so it's really cooled down the last couple of days, and a bit of a breeze in from right field. And all ready to go here in game 2. Game 1, 6-3 to Houston. And a lot of their fans have returned in full voice to Fenway. Underway with ball 1 to Springer, a .260 hitter with 20 home runs.
Right away you see Eduardo Rodriguez, the other opposite side of the rubber than we saw last night with David Price. You see him on the third base side.
2-0.
Last time out, a lot of hard stuff. He almost just let go. Never had threw a changeup. I mean, that's how good he was throwing.
He totally befuddled the White Sox. 2-0. This is a very aggressive swinging lineup. They like to attack early, a lot like the Red Sox. If they get something to drive right away.
He was just so smooth last time, kind of wristing the ball, you know, not trying to recoil. Just nice and easy. Late life. Ball jumping out of his hand.
That's a strike.
Thank you.
95.
Ooh, thank you.
A little something extra on that corner. Eduardo's last 8 starts at Fenway, 5-2 at .247 ERA. Although it's been a while since he's been on this mound. After that long stay on the DL after the bad ankle sprain. Did not pitch between July 14th and the 1st of September.
We've got a catch already in this game, one-handed. Get it in there.
2-2.
Yes,
he did, and struck him out. Oh, 96 on the gun. It's a nice sign as he punches out the first batter.
Right away we see that easy cheese I was talking about. A little wrist job right inside corner. Thank you.
Amica Insurance, great service, great coverage, and a great price for auto, home, and life insurance. Brings up Altuve at .317 with 10 home runs. 1 for 5 last night.
Perfect.
Bregman on deck, who has certainly emerged as a serious candidate for MVP with an incredible run over the last month or two.
Boy, these guys took a lot of strike threes last night. David Price, what, punched out 10, 8 of them looking. You were hoping he went 9 innings last night. You wish would have changed things.
A 1-1. Well, David Price said after he came out of the ball game and was talking with the media later, he said that 7th inning, it got away from me a little bit.
Yeah, he kind of got missed badly, right? Up and away, like.
It didn't look that bad to me.
No, but I mean, he missed badly. It wasn't like just outside. A couple of errant tosses just looked like he lost his act.
Swing and a miss, and down goes Altuve. Back-to-back Ks for Rodriguez.
Boy, and the beat goes on for Erod, huh? My goodness, 12 punch outs last time, and the first 2 today. Fastball right by, and that ball's, look at the tail on that thing, got some life. Ball upstairs, he wanted it in, he put, left it out over, and it's right by him.
Brings up Bregman at 329 home runs and 96 driven in. Not a big guy, but big numbers. He has a 6-game hitting streak. He's 11 for 21, and with power.
Well, he's just letting it go. The biggest difference I see in Erod is that he doesn't recoil. You know, even Price used to do that. You know, they come kind of like off balance when they let it go, coming out of his shoes. He's just in complete control of his body.
Bregman has reached in 34 consecutive games, longest streak of his career, longest active streak in the majors. Now Kinsler will move over to the left side of second base in the shift. Hit it right at him. And because he had moved over, he was in perfect position. Look at the smile. That tells you everything.
Oh, it's brilliance.
1, 2, 3, they go. Back. You're back. Instead of a radio engineer. We used to have an engineer in Houston, old guy, he's no longer with us, but 30 back, 10 back, you're back. The Red Sox lineup today brought to you by Toyota's official website for deals. BuyAToyota.com. Mookie Betts coming off 3 hits last night will lead it off. Andrew Benintendi, then JD Martinez, the DH. Xander Bogaerts, Mitch Moreland at first. Ian Kinsler at second base. Rafael Devers in at third. Vasquez doing the catching. Jackie Bradley in center field. Against the right-hander Charlie Morton, 13-3 at 3.14 ERA. Just off the 10-day disabled list. With a little discomfort in the shoulder, and he fires in strike one.
Well, you know, he throws, what, fourth in the league velocity, about close to 97 mile an hour average, but he's got a great hook.
Strike two. Mookie hitting .339 with 29 home runs. Got the offense rolling immediately for the Red Sox with a base hit, then went first to third on a Benintendi single to left and a daring play last night. And then Martinez brought him in.
Boy, they like to show Mookie that fastball about chest high inside.
All right, throwing right-hander having the best season of his career. He will miss away. 2-2.
I thought he had a good year last year, and they had a great World Series. You see those numbers. He, like Cole, gets left-handed hitters out, punches them out, and they're almost the same rate.
One of the worst 2 outings he's had this season came against the Red Sox, though. Back in May, he coughed up 9 hits, 6 earned runs in 5 1/3. He lost. There's that breaking ball. 3-2.
And that breaking ball went sideways. He's got one that bites more than that. This wasn't even close. Kind of non-competitive, that pitch. Ugh.
Morton named to his first All-Star team this year. And a 3-2. Take a look at the way the inning ended. Kinsler moving over here.
I mean, this is brilliance, huh? Right before the pitch. It doesn't get any better than this. And Erod challenges him. Bregman line drive right at Kinsler. Beautiful. How can you not smile after that?
Sure. He wasn't the only one. The Red Sox fell here last night. Yankees did win their ball game out in Seattle, so the lead is at 8.5 now for the Sox. Orioles have now lost 100 games. Line drive into left field, and that's going to drop down for a base hit. So Mookie Betts beginning this one as he did game 1.
Yeah, let's take a look at the Astros defense today. They're number 1 in the American League of defense. Bregman at third, Correa at short, Altuve at second, Gurriel at first. Out in the outfield left to right, Tony Kemp in left, Jake Marichnik in center, George Springer in right. Behind the plate, Martin Maldonado catching Charlie Morton.
Benintendi will climb in 292, 16 home runs. And 78 runs batted in for the Sox left fielder.
You see them playing in the pull. Last night he hit the ball to left field, what, 3 or 4 times, right? On the line.
Yeah, every time it felt like it was right at Reddick. And a couple of those were caught. Martinez on deck. Good stop there by Maldonado. Is an outstanding defensive catcher with a big arm. So we'll see how much running the Red Sox try to do.
Boy, he threw out Benintendi by a mile last night. And then the first inning, Betts took off, and that's a base hit that he got to left field. Benintendi, that Betts went to third base. I mean, he was pushing it. Throw over.
I get the idea that Mookie is just raring to go.
Yeah, this play last night, I thought it was very risky, but aggressive to say the least. But he saw Bregman playing shortstop because of the shift, and he said, I could beat him there. He's backpedaling Bregman to the bag, and that throw might have beat him, but he couldn't settle in and put the tag on him.
Here we go the other way again. Yep, base hit into left. Mookie Betts will advance to second. Back-to-back singles to start it.
And the pressure on right away. Man, he's got that stroke down. I'm telling you, Benintendi, especially with the breaking ball, he stays back nicely and shoots that ball to left field. It's there for him all day long. You could take it, and he took it. I mean, look at that. The house through there.
So a couple of ducks on the pond now for JD Martinez. 117 RBIs, 2 more last night. He has 11 more than any other major league hitter. And a 5-game hitting streak for Martinez.
I'll tell you what, Morton hasn't been out there in a while, and you got, you know, you get kind of lost. This is where you just bang him around before he knows what hit him.
Fly ball into center field. Marisnick backing up. Mookie Betts back to tag, and he's going to advance to third on the fly out. So 1 away, and they're on the corners. Today's #1 player brought to you by Harbor One Bank, ranked the #1 bank in Massachusetts by Forbes. JD Martinez, #1 on the Red Sox with a .407 average with runners in scoring position. That was before that fly out. And we'll send up Xander Bogaerts, who hit one to the moon last night, traveling 432 feet to center.
The easiest swing you could ever see, huh? I mean, that ball went a long ways.
.281 and a career high 90 runs batted in. His career high for home runs he set in 2015 when he hit 21. The other way he goes, and a base hit. That'll bring in Mookie Betts. Benintendi down to second, RBI number 91 on his march to 100. And the Red Sox lead it 1-0.
That is a beautiful thing right there. You just take what he's going to give you. A fastball. Don't try to get big. I mean, you give him that right side of the infield. Look at it. That just looks so simple, doesn't it? Fastball, middle, just hit it the other way. It's there for the taking, and he took it. You always see a number 4 hitter coming out of their shoes. Not this time. Ground ball, right field, RBI, 1-0.
Five-game hitting streak for Xander. So for the second game in a row, the Red Sox, who had gone 13 consecutive games without scoring in the first inning. Last 2 games now they've scored in the first. And a breaking ball in for a strike. And Mookie making even more fans.
How about that?
How about
Those
that?
kids.
Little guy's got some story to tell.
I mean, really. Can't get a better seat in the house. High five everybody.
He may not watch the rest of the game. He may spend the rest of the time looking inside that dugout. That one hit toward the alley very softly. Springer coming on. He dives. Oh, what a play. Now a throw into third base. Runners will be held at first and second. Springer just stole a base hit from Moreland.
Boy, when he hit that ball, Moreland, I thought that ball was going to be an easy routine, almost can of corn. He ends up making a super play on this. This ball was dying quickly. He sort of went back on that ball and had to come in quickly. Headlong dive. What a catch. Full extension. Comes up firing, too. Moreland was 3 for 4 off of him coming in. He could have used that. Benny's got to go halfway. He didn't know what to do right there. Get back.
Brings up Kinsler now. Red Sox with a 1-0 lead, but hungry for more. Kinsler 251 with 14 home runs. He's 3 for 7 with a double off this guy. Benintendi at second, Bogarts at first, and a broken back ground ball. Bregman over to scoop and fire, and he's going to cut him down at first to retire the side. Red Sox probably think they should have had more there, but they get 1-0. Red Sox with a quick strike, 1-0 as we go to the top of the second inning back at Fenway. Dennis Eckersley, Dave O'Brien, Garen Austin alongside. Yuli Gurriel taking on the Red Sox today by AARP. His numbers against the Red Sox very good for the season, .467 with 2 doubles. And there's a bullet down the line, but foul.
Notorious first ball fastball hitter last night. Got a fastball from Brazier. It hit it. One of the big hits last night. Double off the wall. That's when that inning went sour.
It really felt like a playoff caliber game, didn't it?
It really did. I love it.
And today, just a little bit of an October feel. 67 degrees right now.
Shook off the changeup again. Fastball in.
Boy, he's confident in that pitch,
isn't he? He's feeling it.
He's on the black with it between 93 and 97.
And he's got a great changeup. That's a high fastball, that sign. At least I get to see the signs. The other team is putting up 4 signs and they're tricking me. I can't even go along with them. You ever seen that before? Back in the day, you never see that.
Never happened.
Huh? Everybody thinks everybody's checking them out.
Well, the base is empty. It never happened.
Right. That's what I meant.
0-2.
See ya.
Strike 3. Got another man looking, and so he's faced 4 batters. He's already fanned 3.
And nothing but fastballs, huh? I mean, that's cross seam fastball right on the inside corner, and there he is with the shoes again, huh?
2 pair so far.
2 pair, right.
Every time a Red Sox pitcher strikes out an Astros hitter, Lexus donates $50 to the Greater Boston Food Bank. I had someone from out of town who was watching the game last night. I said, what does that mean by pair of shoes? I like the way it sounds, but what does it mean?
He didn't even had no idea.
I said, well, it's a caught looking third striker. You're nothing but a pair of shoes at the plate.
You go, oh,
I like that.
Yeah. Maybe he'll use it.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, it's going around.
Yeah. Correa 243 with 14 home runs. They moved him to the 5 spot here in this one.
I like that pitch. Move his feet, little cutter at your shins.
One and a shot into left field. Racing back Benintendi to the track. It's going to be over his head. Takes a bounce. He wants second. Here comes the throw. Not going to get him. So Correa doubles over the head of Benintendi.
Boy, he pulled his hands in right there. I didn't think he got it right away. I thought Benintendi was going to track this down, but this is a fastball in. You see him pull his hands in, and I thought he got it on the label a little bit, but he didn't. He fought it off pretty much, because if he gets extension, it's way back. But it's good enough to one-hop the scoreboard out there, and that's a double for Correa.
So 1 out. He's in scoring position with White, the batter. The DH, Tyler White, 295. And lately, he's been a bit of an RBI machine. Drove in 1 last night. His 27th RBI since the beginning of August. 4th most in the American League in that span.
That might be the first breaking ball we've seen. And he really hasn't pitched out of the stretch really all that much. In Chicago, he didn't have to.
White very tough off lefties. 319 to dead away center. Bradley back all the way to the wall, leaping up, can't get it. That's going to score a run. Correa is in. Heading for third is White, and he'll be safely in with a triple.
Boy, that would have been a spectacular catch. One of many by JBJ, but it just wasn't to be. That ball was covered there by White. He gets up as far as you can go. Good timing. Oh, it almost hit the bottom of his glove. I mean, it's surprising. That ball fooled him. It really did. He was
out in front.
He overran it. I mean,
I think under any circumstances, that's a great catch.
Oh, yeah.
So here's Marisnick with the infield in several steps. We're tied up 1-1 and popped him up out of play.
Marisnick swinging at the first pitch again. What new? He does have 5 home runs off left-handed pitching.
Quickly, 2 strikes on Marisnick.
Big punch out right here.
Maldonado on deck. So Correa with the double, White with the triple.
Make him chase.
Center field again. That's deep enough. Jackie Bradley will make the catch. Here comes White tagging up, and he is going to score. So some shots here off of Erod.
Well, I tell you what, the Astros have answered, and answered in a hurry.
Yep, they've taken a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, that's too good of a pitch. You'd think 0-2, ball up. Guy's just trying to get a ball in the air, and he does his job. That's going to score the run easily. Jackie airs it out from out there just to stay in shape a little bit.
So 2 down, bases empty for Martin Maldonado, the catcher. 222 with 8 home runs. And it's 2-1 Houston here in the second. They have hit some bullets in this inning. Flare down the right field line, but foul out of play.
He'll start mixing other pitches in. You see the change up there. You can't just throw cross seamers all day long. This isn't the Chicago White Sox.
Red Sox are unbeaten in their last 10 series here at Fenway. Houston took game 1. Here's the 0-1. He checked. Tony Kemp had a big hit off the bench last night when A.J. Hinch brought him in as a pinch hitter. Is on deck. And a 1-1 to Maldonado. That's a strike. Red Sox have been almost automatic in daytime starts. 32-8 in the daytime, highest winning percentage in the majors.
What are you going to do here? He already has the sign.
1-2.
Cutter back door.
The Astros have won 6 in a row. Oakland also won last night, though, so they remain 3.5 out in their division in the AL West behind these Astros. 2-2. But a battle on their hands. They will not play the A's again the rest of the way, though.
They got the Mariners coming up in Seattle. But the Mariners have just just lost everything, didn't they? And that fight doesn't help in that clubhouse.
That tells you a lot.
Yes, everything.
They held it there for a moment, but it's 3-2.
In fact, Houston ends the season with 4 in Baltimore. Yuck.
And before that, Toronto.
Yes.
So their schedule breaks pretty nice at the end of the year. Tony Kemp on deck. 2 down, bases empty. 2-1 Houston.
There it is.
And missed with it. So that'll be ball 4. He's walked his first man.
It almost seems automatic, you know, the way they've been taking strike 3. I thought this ball had the inside corner. Looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Sure.
I'd like to say I like to have it, but he didn't get it.
So here's the 9-hitter, Kemp. Guy really broke the Red Sox backs last night with a big hit to drive in 2 coming off the bench.
What a big hit that was. He got behind 3-0 on him. Brazier did, and got to 3-2. He hit a fastball down and in the other way.
Yeah, it did not seem like it was that bad a pitch, did it?
No, as it turns out, but look, he got to it somehow. It's like, I think he surprised himself being able to get to a ball like that. What a big hit last night. He's got to be excited about that. I mean, of course he is.
They'll pop that one up and playable. Benintendi moving over. Wind taking it though, and now it's off into the stands. That wind really started gusting.
Once again, that looks like just a easy fly ball out to left, and it finds the seats.
So the count 1-1 on Kemp with Springer on deck. I'm gonna have to watch that wind today.
Oh yeah,
could be a real factor.
The wind is up real high, not because you see the center field flag. It's just dead.
Yeah, the one up above the press box far more telling. That's the one gusting. 2-1 Houston in the second. They're looking for more. They've got a base runner. Rodriguez looking for the K, and a line drive to right field that'll drop down for a base hit. They keep on coming. Maldonado up to second, so this is turning into a really long inning for Rodriguez.
Well, he's made some bad pitches this inning. This one is a cutter belt high out over the middle of the plate. That's why Kemp just pulls it into right field. Catch a condensed 2-hour version of this Red Sox game at midnight on Sox and 2. Sox and 2 is brought to you by Cumberland Farms, where you can get an iced coffee for 99 cents, any size, any day.
Well, Eduardo has so far labored to throw 23 pitches in the inning.
You see this cutter. He's trying to throw a front door cutter, and it breaks too much and over the middle of the plate up. That pitch is going to get hit. Supposed to get hit.
So Maldonado down to second, Kemp at first, and Springer the batter. Called out on strikes in the first inning. And the left-hander had better be very careful here.
You don't necessarily look at velocity with Rodriguez because it's sort of, it just gets on him. It plays like 98.
So what does Chris Sale's 98 play like? High fly. That's hit deep. Betts backing up. Room on the track. He's got it. That'll finally end the inning, but Houston comes back and gets a pair, and they're on top.
Thank God for the wind.
you by Franklin Sports, the official batting glove of Major League Baseball and the Red Sox. Digital Federal Credit Union, what can DCU save you? Lexus and the Lexus Strikes Out Hunger program, and by Southwest Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. Bottom of the second. Rafael Devers in the lineup today at third will lead things off. Red Sox are down 2-1 to Houston. Rafael made a pinch hit appearance last night and struck out. He'll pop that one into shallow left, and Kemp in. One gone.
Yeah, CVS Health is investing $50 million over 5 years to extend their commitment to helping people lead tobacco-free lives and move us one step closer toward tobacco-free generation. Learn more from cvshealth.com/be-the-first.
Christian Vasquez, 216 with 3 home runs, also played last night. Red Sox used 3 catchers. He'll look at strike one.
Well, it's gotten to the point with a catcher situation. Leon was doing a lot of the catching, you know, for a good part of the time when Vasquez was out, and then finally, you know, Swihart finally got a shot and responded, really. And then you see Vasquez come back now.
And Alex Cora has made this comment about the catchers and other positions. Whoever's playing the best is going to be in that lineup.
Because you got to swing the bat. It can't just be, you know, having a good defensive catcher. It just doesn't play. You got to have it all.
Sandy Leon's been in a pretty prolonged slump. Vasquez with an 0-2. Now Morton a few years ago was a big time sinker baller. He was in the low 90s. Threw hard, but not this hard. He's developed into one of the premier fastball guys in the game. Average velocity is 4th overall in baseball. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball, though. Struck him out.
That is a curveball from hell. I mean, that thing breaks 3 times, sweeps across, goes down. This is unhittable to me. Look at this thing. This is a snake. That's what that is. Look at that thing. My goodness.
Like a frisbee.
Yes. I mean, that's why this guy is nasty. You talk about sinker slider. Well, I don't know. It's funny what's happening in Houston. You know, Verlander comes over there and he's been lights out. Not that he wasn't, you know, his career was always great, but he wasn't the same guy last year till he got over there. And Morton, what he's done since he's gotten there, he's 27-10 since he's come to Houston. Guy by 20 games under 500 before he got there.
Jackie at 229, 12 home runs, bases empty for him. 2-1 Houston.
Boy, they got it all lined up, don't they? They're not even on the outfield grass.
Jackie last night was 0 for 2, but walked a couple of times, scored a big run. He had a really fine series against Houston in the division series last year. Drove in 5 runs. Hit a 3-run homer in game 3, which was the game the Sox won here at Fenway.
You know, it's funny, you don't even remember that. In fact, Hanley Ramirez had a decent series, if I recall.
He did.
Right?
He had a very good series.
That's all forgotten. I mean, you got to win.
When you lose, yeah.
Nobody remembers anything.
You know, Red Sox had a number of guys in the 2013 World Series against the St. Louis Cardinals who went stone cold, but David Ortiz didn't.
Right.
You know, he hit 9 million, and
well, they didn't hit anything the first 2 games against Detroit in the ALCS.
That's correct.
They almost got no hit by Sanchez, and then Scherzer followed that up game 2, and then the slam.
Slammed by Big Papi.
Yeah.
It saved the day, saved the series, saved October.
That was magic.
propelling the Red Sox on to winning the ALCS and then a World Series. The 3-2 fouled off himself. He hit that ball so hard off his foot or ankle, whatever it was, it went all the way out to shortstop. So Jackie trying to walk that off.
That hit the protector, didn't it? Had to. No, it hit his knees. Shin, knee, whatever. Something hard.
Mookie Betts on deck. And Morton with a payoff pitch. Fly to center field. Marisnick backing up to the warning track there to make the play, and the Red Sox go in order. The Red Sox beat the Yankees 12-8. Mike Napoli 3 for 3, a double and a grand slam. The Red Sox improved to 86-57 on the season.
Oh, I remember that slam by Napoli hit the top of the right field fence.
Yes, he hit a few of those.
Yeah.
Big bomb in the playoffs against Detroit against Verlander.
Yeah.
Here's Altuve, struck out first time. 2-1 Houston. We're on to the third inning. We talk about last year's playoffs, the Red Sox losing in the division series to Houston. This guy was a major reason why. He was 8 for 15 with 3 home runs in that series.
He just kept it going that MVP season, and just he showed up in the playoffs too. A lot of guys, you know, have great seasons, and then postseason they just don't show up. Well, he did.
Now Bregman on deck, and then Gurriel, so it's 2, 3, and 4. Rodriguez looking to recover from a rough second inning that saw him allow 3 hits, 2 for extra bases, and a number of hard hit shots. Another one to center field. That'll be caught. Jackie Bradley there, but that'll be on number 1. Let's check in with Guerin.
Thanks, OB. Well, after the game last night, Alex Cora informed us that Matt Barnes was having discomfort in his hip. He had an MRI and revealed there was inflammation. So right now it is rest and treatment. Now, guys, Cora said this has been going on for a long time and that Barnes had been going out there and grinding it out. And for him to grind it out is not good for the team. So right now they will wait till there are no more symptoms before they decide on what that next step will be. And hopefully it's sooner rather than later. And guys, he said without Barnes, they'll have to manage the bullpen differently.
Well, no doubt about that. We thought we might see him in that 8th inning, Garen, last night. That's the reason why we did not. Matt 5-3 with a 3.39 ERA.
To me, that's huge. It really is, because they're not really sure what they want to do. Now, you talk about going forward, they're probably trying to manage the game by maybe piecing innings together, not just one guy taking the 7th or 8th, but lefty righty, lefty righty. Uh-oh.
Bregman high fly, driving that deep to left field. Benintendi looking up, and it's gone. Alex Bregman, number 30 for the season, his 97th RBI. Now 3-1 Houston.
I'll tell you what, these Astros have got some really good swings off of Erod today. That's a cross-seamer right there, and that ball is bridge. I mean, it should be. This ball has got hit me all over it, and this guy has had some kind of year. Number 30.
So the Sox trail 3-1. That'll bring up Gurriel, who struck out looking in the 2nd inning. The 1st inning, Rodriguez got off to a roaring start, but since then he's not missing many bats.
I mean, they're ready for that number 1. His secondary stuff really hasn't mixed it in all that well. There's a little changeup.
Bradley will not be able to get that down for a base hit, so it falls in for Gurriel.
And you give up a home run on a cross seamer, then you throw a changeup. Pretty good location, and he flares it into center field. Kind of scratch your head a little bit.
Well, Dane Levangie already getting on the horn. And Correa next. He doubled and scored his first time.
Get ready for hockey season with an all-new season of Behind the Bee premiering Monday night. Go behind the scenes of Bruins development camp and the next generation of players who impress. Catch it all on Behind the Bee Monday night at 8.
That's pounded in for a strike. It'll be Brandon Workman getting ready to warm up. Alex Cora does not want this one to get away, and with a lineup like this for Houston, it can very quickly.
I'll tell you what, Springer hit that ball to right field. I think the wind held up to end last inning, or that would have been a 3-run Johnson.
I think you're right. It looked like it was headed that way. Wind knocked it down. So Gurriel on at first with 1 away and another run in on a homer by Bregman. Strike. Correa has really developed into one of the best defensive shortstops in the game. He's 3rd in the American League in fielding percentage.
You got to like Lindor having the year that he's having. Offensively, too. I mean, my goodness.
You're talking Gold Glove, yeah.
Yeah, and Gold Glove, right.
One out and a 1-2. He held up his swing. Correa has been a lot of trouble for the Red Sox pitching staff. 24 career games. He's batting .389 against Boston after that double in the 2nd. And he's hit 8 home runs in those 24 games.
I mean, I've seen him hit balls the other way for home runs, but I think of him as a pull hitter. Fastball in. Better get it in there.
He pulled that one wickedly, but foul.
Heads up.
Well, they're taking some hacks.
Man, they're all over that number 1.
Last year, a much better season for Correa all the way around. He hit .315, but he remains dangerous, even batting in the 240s. And he'll chop a foul to hang in. Ace Ticket has the best seats to all Red Sox games and concerts at Fenway. The prices and service are better than you can imagine. Visit aceticket.com today. In the inning, a stiff liner to center, a home run into the seats by Bregman, a Gurriel base hit, and a cut and miss. He struck him out. Down goes Correa. 2 out.
That was brilliant right there. He wore him out inside. He showed him a bunch of fastballs inside. He threw him a changeup to pitch before this. Then he goes upstairs with that fastball, and it plays nicely. Big punch out upstairs. Yes.
Tyler White tripled and scored in the second inning. Tripled off the glove of a leaping Jackie Bradley. Very close to the center field fence. He's hitting right at 300 with 11 home runs.
That ball just out of the reach of Jackie. He was on his horse out there in center field. I thought he had it.
Off the end of the bat, popped it up. Moreland over to give it a look.
Oh.
But inside the dugout.
That should be an out. Made a great pitch, changeup.
Well, he's up on White 0-2 with 2 down. White hit a walk-off home run on the 29th of August to beat Oakland. His first career walk-off hit. Certainly a big one in that race.
Back to the high fastball.
Gurriel still glued to first with 2 down. Here comes the 1-2.
Umpire flinched just a little bit. I thought he was going to ring him up. Ball's inside. You see this fastball just miss.
That's Paul Nart back there. I should say it's David Rackley. Paul Nart's the umpire they brought in as last night's home plate umpire. That was Brian Honoro, was hit in the face mask with foul ball and eventually left the contest. 3 umpires went the rest of the way. This was a shot.
Yeah, we kind of made fun of it a little bit. I feel bad about it. I didn't know this was going to be so serious, but he took a jolt, didn't he? Right on the jaw. Stayed till the rest of the inning and then left. Hopefully he'll be okay.
Well, my memory was you made fun of it. I don't remember making fun of it.
Oh, that's brutal. I was just talking about eating something, wasn't I?
Yeah,
right? Cereal or something.
Yeah, we were talking about cereal later. Oh, the Captain Crunch.
Get it in there. 3-2 fastball. Throw over. You see Moreland playing off the bag, and he did a little step off throw over. Frightened him, I'll tell you what.
Gurriel off to the races, and another one fouled off by White.
I mean, you don't think the guy's playing behind you at first. You know, 3-2 pitch, you know, you're running. And they throw behind you. It's like, whoa.
Yep.
It's easy to get picked off.
I'll shock you.
You see this right here. You don't expect somebody to throw over there. It'll shock your world, I'm telling you.
Lob down the right field line, again out of play. They're driving up that pitch count up to 61 now for Eduardo Rodriguez.
Boy, he's really had to work hard. He's thrown all the secondary pitches. They've sort of told him, you better throw secondary pitches the way they've been on that fastball. Going back in there again or what? No. Yes, in.
Three-two runner taken off, and he walked him. So he has had back-to-back pretty lengthy innings. First and second, 2 down.
Man, that's not an easy thing to do, pitch in. You know, over and over and over, man. I mean, you got to throw a strike. It's 3-2, and you got to get it in, and he didn't. But danger in there. If you don't make a pitch, better off walking him than getting the plate like he did with Bregman.
You know, last time out in Chicago, he had pinpoint command.
Yes.
He has not had that so far today. He's walked a couple of men. He's now allowed 5 hits, including a home run, a double, and a triple.
Yeah, the first inning he came out of the gate, didn't he? He was throwing good, a couple punch outs, dotting it with all fastballs.
Yeah, struck out 3 out of the first 4 men. And then the double, the triple, the long sacrifice, a walk, a base hit. This inning, a home run, a single, and another walk. His pitching line brought to you by Ace Ticket. And now it's Marisnik, who drove in a run in the second with a sac fly.
This guy's going to leave Earth first pitch.
Yep, he tries to pop foul out of play.
I bet he swings at the first pitch 75% of the time. And I don't even watch him play. He doesn't want to punch out. Those are the type of guys that swing at the first pitch. I exaggerated. Somebody told me 43% of the time. You get what I mean?
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Here's the 0-1. Gurriel and White aboard. 3-1 Houston. And a 1-1 from Eduardo Rodriguez. Popped up. Kinsler underneath. And in front of the bag, he's got it. Retiring the side. So in the end, it's the Bregman blast. 3-1 Houston. games batting a stout .372. 15 runs batted in. Toyo Tires is the official tire of the Boston Red Sox, who trail 3-1 to the Astros going to the last half of the third inning. Mookie will lead it off. He has a base hit tonight. And he scored a run. He'll be followed by Benintendi and then J.D. Martinez.
Mookie looked like he's off the plate. Is it me or what? He seems way far away from the plate.
Well, Betts in the hole, the 0-2. And he socks that one down the line. He turned on it. That'll be up against the American League's East standings. He's heading into second base, and the throw won't get him. He's got a double.
I mean, you can't throw a fastball by this guy. 0-2. If you can't throw a fastball 0-2 by somebody, there's a little shimmy for you. Fastball inside corner. Got a little tail to it, but I said he was off the plate, and he's so quick inside. I mean, my goodness, and he just ropes this ball down the line, and you got to go now, and he does. That's a decent play into second base, and he's got a headlong dive. He's there easy, but for a lot of guys, they might have had to hold up.
That's the new thing.
The shimmy. Whatever.
40 doubles for Mookie Betts.
That deserves a shimmy, right?
Yeah.
40 doubles.
By the way, 5 for 6 in the series. Benintendi a base hit first time up.
Benintendi got a little cutter or something back in June off of Morton, and look at upper tank job here. A little lift and separate. See ya. Huh? My goodness.
And Maldonado, the catcher, heading out for a quick conference.
Tomorrow at 5:30, tune into Ultimate Red Sox Show presented by Sam Adams. Get the highlights and complete recap of the past week of Red Sox baseball. That's tomorrow at 5:30 right here on NESN.
2-0. Martinez next.
You'd think he'd get something to hit here.
2-1. That's a big weekend for Houston sports fans, because the Pats open up against the Houston Texans tomorrow at 1 o'clock. But a lot of these baseball fans at Fenway are going to be heading to Foxborough. To center field, a fly ball. Marisnik creeps in, and Mookie Betts cannot advance.
Maybe that's why there's so many orange shirts in the stands. It's ridiculous.
Comforts of home brought to you by Bernie and Phil's, Major League Baseball RBI leaders at home. J.D. Martinez tops in that category in front of Alex Bregman of Houston. Right now, during Bernie and Phil's Labor Day event, you choose your savings from one of 3 great offers. Astros pitchers, this is going back the last couple of years, do a great job of limiting damage. Benintendi flying out right after Betts had doubled. First inning, the Red Sox had 3 hits. It looked like they were going to jump all over Morton. They had to settle for 1 run. He got out of it without any more damage after the RBI by Xander Bogaerts. But they just won't let many big innings develop. Not many crooked numbers against them.
Well, they've got guys that strike guys out too, that can end things. They lead the league in punch outs.
Broken back ground ball. Runner has to hold. Correa guns. Got him. Pretty good example. You're facing Benintendi and Martinez after the double, but Mookie's still at second.
Yeah, he got in big time on JD.
So 2 away, and Xander Bogaerts will look for his second RBI of the contest. He brought in Mookie Betts with a base hit in the first.
Going to take that hole away. You see Altuve moving over a little bit. That's where that base hit was last time up. And you got that first baseman off the bag. I'm talking way off the bag.
He will look at a strike at 96. Three runs, 5 hits for Houston, 1 run on 4 hits for the Red Sox. Moreland hoping to bat in the inning. Sanders had some very nice games against the Astros, and he does have 5 career home runs against them. And a breaking ball. He went for the downs. Our key matchup presented by Sullivan Tire Complete Auto Service. We're always here to get you there. Red Sox shortstops with multiple 20 or more home run seasons. Nomar 6 times. Vern Stevens 3 times. Xander and Rico twice apiece.
Boy, you got that snake in the back of your head after you saw that strike 2 pitch. I mean, that's pretty nasty.
Pretty good phrase for it, too.
Yes. There's so much break to it, you know. Yeah. You got to start it way inside almost.
You've seen some wiffle ball pitches in your backyard that don't break like that.
Right.
Heater there, and he got a piece of it.
He's trying to get that ball in, and he threw it down. It's hard to cover everything when you got that big breaking ball in the back of your head. He's trying to throw it in, throws it down middle, and he just flicks it. Barely gets a piece of it.
Another great crowd here at Fenway. Packed house on a Saturday. As the Red Sox meet the defending world champs in the middle game of the series. And 2 on Bogaerts. He wouldn't chase that one. Now tomorrow evening, the finale of the series, Rick Porcello against Dallas Keuchel. That's the Sunday night baseball game at 8:05, and the Red Sox will have Monday off.
Keuchel's been hot for quite a while now. He started the season off brutal.
Ground ball through the hole, base hit. Mookie Betts to third. They're going to put the brakes on him. Kemp fires in. It's cut, and now Xander Bogaerts is off the back trying to get back. He dives. He's safe. Betts holding it third.
Oh, I'll tell you what, Bogaerts is in no man's land, and he got back in. I don't know. I'll tell you what, Maldonado, he had the ball in his hands. Watch this. They are not going to challenge Kemp right here, which is probably a good thing because he comes up with a bullet to home. And you see, Maldonado's going to get this in the air. He's got his hands on it, and he's got Mookie out to dry. Not Mookie, but Bogaerts. He fires to first. He gets back in barely. Look at Bogey. He's out. He's dead. He's dead out in no man's land. Hello, and he gets back in barely. Once again, a great dive. Whew. If I was Maldonado, I don't know what he was supposed to do. You think about it. Are you supposed to run the, runner back? because you don't want that run to score. That's all there is to it, and he didn't want to make a mistake. I think he did the right thing. Maybe he could have thrown to first a little sooner. Difficult play.
Thought he made a smart play to come out and cut it.
Yes.
You know, before it bounced, because it was headed up the line a bit.
Yeah, and he had some hair on it from left field, didn't he? He threw it hard.
Well, here's Mitch Moreland. Red Sox with some offensive life. The double, the base hit, 2 down. Moreland's 0 for 1. Mitch is flied to right field.
Boy, I thought Mookie was going to try to score on that.
Yeah, I did too. Because you always do with Mookie.
Yes. And 2 outs, obviously.
Moreland 3 for 5 against Morton in his career with a home run. 1-1.
See, Bogaerts, I thought he got jammed. I thought it was just a routine ground ball to short, but look at the hole. You see Kemp charging it. He's in shallow left field, comes up with gunning. Like you said, Maldonado came up and made the catch in the air, but Bogey very athletic to get back.
1-2.
Well, the home run that Moreland hit off him, caught an ugly breaking ball, and he lost it to dead center field. But right now he's behind in the count here, 1-2, after missing a fastball last pitch. Ball was by him. Saw a backdoor snake for strike 1, and then he threw a fastball right by him previous.
Wraps that one foul.
Got him set up for a high gas right here.
Kinsler would hit next. Can Moreland get this run in? Only the 3rd inning. Feels like an important play.
Yes.
And an important run.
No.
And he struck him out with that nasty breaking ball to retire the side. Red Sox leave him on the corners. Pick up KM Fenway Franks at your grocer today. KM, together we grill. Top of the 4th inning, Houston ahead 3-1. One of those hits in Alex Bregman home run, his 30th. Rodriguez looking to settle in. The last 2 innings have been rough. He's allowed 5 hits, walked a couple of batters in those 2. So looking for a fast fourth here. Maldonado, Kemp, Springer.
Don't see a lot of those sliders. You see mostly cutters. That was a slider. See the speed on it, 79. The slowest pitch he's got.
Alex Cora did have Brandon Workman in the bullpen last inning. Nobody warming any longer. That's a full house out there in that bullpen, isn't it? Now in September.
Yeah, it is.
It's a lot of guys.
You have to have a seat reserved, right?
Yeah. Need an addition.
Wright doesn't even have one. That gives room for him, but he's standing up.
And even more guys are coming.
Uh-oh.
It's a high fly left field, jacked deep by Maldonado. There's another one into the monster seats. His second home run in as many innings. 4-1 Houston.
Oh, he saw that pitch earlier in the count, and this time he gets a strike with it and loses it.
And the Astros opening up a bit of an advantage here.
This is that slider again, but he throws it for a strike. Middle of the plate, and those balls sort of jump off the bat. He just sort of flicks it, but it jumps, man. I'll tell you, giving up enough of those myself.
Number 9 for Martin Maldonado. Here's Kemp, base hit for him, first time up. So the solid contact continues against Rodriguez since that outstanding first inning. Been downhill since, and a 4-1 lead. Brandon Workman's up again.
Yeah, he's going to have a hard time getting past this fourth inning with his pitch count. Nobody out. He needs to get out of this quickly. He just needs outs.
Hard hit again, snatched by Xander Bogaerts. A fine effort to cut down the speedy Kemp.
Yeah, tomorrow on Charlie Moore Outdoors, catch some summer vibes with the Mad Fisherman. Charlie heads to Windermere, Florida, visit the Yellow Dog Eat, and tries their world famous pulled pork sandwich. Catch it all tomorrow at 6 on Nesson.
Top of the order now, George Springer. He has struck out, flied out. Altuve on deck. George now 28 years old. He'll be 29 a little later this month. At a hard-hitting New Britain, Connecticut.
Boy, he does not get cheated. He swings hard.
Both his mom and dad attended UConn, as did he. His dad played in the 1976 Little League World Series, actually.
A lot of great players from Connecticut. I mean, just more and more over the course of time.
One out, bases empty, and a run in on the homer. Bobby Valentine was from Connecticut, wasn't he?
Right.
Somebody told me once that he was the best athlete ever to come out of the state of Connecticut. You know who told me that?
Who? Him.
Bobby Valentine.
Yeah, I figured.
No, but a lot of people have said that about Bobby.
But he hurt himself in the fence, right? He broke his leg or something?
Terrible collision with the fence. And, yeah, really banged him up. But he was a great all-around athlete. Here comes Cora.
That's it.
Now Springer takes ball 4, and this is a short outing for the left-hander. He was not the dominant man he was the last time out in Chicago, and Brandon Workman's going to have to come on and stop the bleeding here. So a tough day for Eduardo. Got started very nicely with 2 strikeouts in the first inning. But in the second inning, Correa with the double, White with the triple, Marisnick hit a bullet for a sac fly, a walk, a base hit. Next inning, a home run, a single, another walk, and in this inning, a home run and another ball 4.
Not the same guy, and not the same team that he was facing. As that was the problem. These guys can rake.
Well, the Red Sox have to put themselves into comeback mode. Of course, they've been doing that all summer long, most recently in Atlanta. Mookie Betts at second. High fly ball into left field. Back it up on the track. He can't get it. The run is in. Mookie scores. The Red Sox are in front, 8-7. They're all loaded. High fly ball deep into left center field. That ball is gone. The Red Sox walk it off.
That's how it's done.
High fly ball. This one is way back. Kiss it goodbye deep into the night. The Red Sox walk it off. Mookie Betts. High fly ball. Deep left field. Watch this baby go. It is gone. Brandon Phillips has put the Red Sox in the lead. 9-8 in the 9th inning. Goodness gracious. So the big ones this season, they've been plenty. None bigger than the one in Atlanta, of course, when the Red Sox were down 7-1 and rallied to win 9-8. Mike Shalin, the Red Sox official scorer, said he had just texted somebody, watch the Red Sox come back, they're going to come back and win the ball game down 7-1. I said, you didn't do that.
Yeah, I need proof.
He showed me his text. Yeah,
did he?
It's exactly what he wrote. So we're going to Vegas on the off day on Monday. Red Sox will need another come from behind here, 4-1. And only one down as Workman will step to the hill. His 36th appearance, 4-0, 2.60 ERA. He's certainly been one of the more reliable Red Sox relievers.
He's been pretty steady. He really has. Coming in a lot of different situations.
Altuve has struck out and lined out. And he'll line again, but this one toward the alley. Off to the races. Springer is turning into third. That'll be a long single for Altuve, and the hits keep on coming.
Well, they're ready to swing now. You give them something in their eyes, and they're going to hit it. And a lot of pitches are in Altuve's eyes. He knows what to do with a high cutter.
He's one of the great hitters in the game.
You see that cutter's not doing anything. That ball's up so high. Look at him get on top of that thing. Little top hand. That's why it almost goes all the way to the wall. It's got that spin on it. You see Springer goes to third with one out.
And this inning has danger written all over it. Because here comes Bregman. He's hit the ball hard twice, a liner to short, and a home run to the monster seats, his 30th. Houston leading 4-1 with one down. Altuve certainly a threat to run.
He's got 15 bags on the season, but he's had years where he's not feeling all that great this year, or he'd probably have 25 easy.
Only been caught 3 times.
It's hard to get in this guy Bregman's kitchen. I don't think he has a kitchen. You know, he's just kind of got those short arms, right? He chokes up.
He leads the majors now with 79 extra base hits. He's got 3 more extra base hits than J.D. Martinez. Think about that for a minute.
Oh. He's just locked in. He's got that short path to the ball.
The club record for extra bases in a season is 94. Lance Berkman did that about 16 years ago, so that's within range for him.
You look at him and you don't see 30 home runs by looking at him.
Nope.
And even the swing isn't like one of those, you know, just all or nothing.
And a 1-1. Bregman last year hit 19 home runs, drove in 71, so he's blown past those numbers. Had a lot of doubles last year, 39 of them, but
it's a career year, but he hasn't had that long of a career, so this might be him. Regular.
blocked by Vasquez. It actually came up and struck the batter.
I mean, it's classic. You're trying to throw high fastballs and breaking balls down.
Here's the 3-1 to Bregman. And he'll look at a strike. You know, the Red Sox drafted him in the 29th round in 2012. And he opted not to sign. He went to LSU instead, became an All-American there, a Golden Spikes finalist.
I mean, I wonder what he looked like in 2012.
Yeah.
He looks like a kid to begin with.
Got him listed at 6 feet. 3-2. Runner goes at first. Made him dance, and that is ball 4. So load up the bases for the cleanup man, Gurriel. This is your chance to win season tickets. The first 10,000 fans to arrive at Fenway for Wednesday's game against Toronto receive a special augmented reality baseball card. Scan the card in the ballpark app for a chance to win 2019 season tickets or a suite night. Visit redsox.com/tickets today.
The game is on the line right now. It seems like it's 8-1 already, but it's not. The game is here. You got to get an out.
Gurriel 1 for 2 with a base hit. He'll take a ball. These last 3 innings, the Astros have been in the batter's box a ton. Long innings for the Red Sox pitching staff.
How about a double play ball, a little Houdini piece?
Line drive instead. Mookie Betts will make the play on a sinking liner, tagging up, and in to score is Springer.
That could have been a disaster. I was going to say he lost the ball on the lights, but there is lights. He snatches this ball right off the grass. He came to a complete halt out there. This is a line drive. Gappage could have cleaned the bases if it gets by him. Look at that, right off the grass. Well, they could have one, but that could have been just, oh my goodness, huh? He must have lost it, right?
I think he did.
Thank goodness he caught it. That ball, that's game, man. That ball goes to the wall.
5-1 Houston. Gurriel picks up the RBI. Here's Correa. Runners at first and second. He's doubled and struck out. Hard hit again, but on one hop, Bogaerts, he'll sling it into second, retiring the side. Red Sox with a lot of work to do. 5-1 Astros. Ratings are through the roof, but another factor in our strong ratings is NESN availability. As you can see, more than ever, you can get NESN anywhere you want it. To see a complete list of where to get NESN, check out getnesn.com.
Yeah, there is a lot of options out there, Dave, to pick a TV provider. Isn't there?
Yeah.
It's confusing.
Can be. And Kinsler will take a strike. Underway here in the bottom of the fourth. Red Sox are down by 4 runs. And trying to get rolling. They started 2 in the first inning. 3 of the first 4 Red Sox had base hits against Morton. Red Sox will settle for 1 run in that inning and have not scored since then. Fouled that one away to count 0-2. Devers on deck, and then Vasquez. Morton has allowed 5 hits in the third inning, gave up a double to Mookie Betts, a base hit to Xander Bogaerts, but no one scored. Breaking ball, deep short. Correa throwing across his body and scooped up there by Gurriel to get him. They're playing some defense.
Oh, that's a great play on both ends. I mean, super plays. You know, you see Correa gets to this ball. His momentum's carrying him the other way. Throws across his body. Look at the pick by Gurriel. Keeps his foot on the bag. Catch a soccer double play tomorrow afternoon beginning at 1 on NESN Plus as the Northeastern University women's team hosts the University of New Hampshire. Then at 4:30 the men take the pitch as Brown squares off with Albany. Catch it all tomorrow afternoon starting at 1 on NESN Plus.
Rafael Devers 0 for 1, flied out to left first time up. A special congratulations to great guy Kevin Doyle, 20 years working for the Boston Red Sox, indispensable here in the press box for all of us who work on press row. Honored down on the field. A lot of folks celebrating Red Sox anniversaries today. There were a lot of them.
20 years, huh?
Including Jack McCormick, Red Sox director of team travel, 30 years. Some people hitting 40. Great day for them.
I mean, this organization, you know, honors everybody, don't they? This is just a class organization, I'm telling you. I've seen a lot of them.
You sure have. Vasquez on deck. There's a shot high and deep, but foul down the line.
That ball was crushed. Look at way up there.
You don't come and sit out there at Fenway Park expecting to get a souvenir.
He got the head out, didn't he? That ball's up and in, and he just cleaned it out just a little too quick.
In play up the middle, but Correa will gun to get him. 2-away. So Vasquez is next. Red Sox season ticket plans for 2019 are on sale. New plans include access to potential 2018 postseason games. For more information, go to redsox.com/season tickets or call 877 Red Sox 9. Vasquez struck out in the second. One of 2 so far for the right-hander Charlie Morton, who is bidding for his 14th win.
Got him again.
Boy, the umpire in this case, Rackley, got drilled. Last night it was Honora.
Boy, that stunned him too. You watch this now, a little foul ball. Right there, square.
Oof.
You see him, stuns him.
You saw Masai Takahashi running out to check on him immediately. Christian Vasquez, who fouled it off. You always have that kinship, catchers and umpires. He wants to See if he's all right.
I mean, he's got to wait. You know, you may feel all right, but you're just not quite sure, just like last night.
This was last night. Yeah, Brian Onora getting drilled.
I mean, this one, it jolted him in the jaw, sort of, and cringed there. And this one, you see, Brackley, he just, whoo.
That's head on. As we mentioned, they had to fly in Paul Nart for the series after Onora couldn't continue the rest of the series or last night. And Brackley's going to attempt to continue.
They should have a standby anyway, wouldn't you think?
At this rate, we're going to be taking people out of the stands. Guys are getting hit.
The three-man crews, they get in the way when there's only three. They don't know where to stand when the guys are on base. They're in the way of the infielders almost.
So one strike on Vasquez. With Jackie Bradley next, Red Sox trailing 5-1. The Astros have been on attack coming to Fenway.
Well, they really started playing well since everybody got, everybody was hurt, and then they got back, and now they're starting to play.
And they can really play. Man, did they play in October to winning the whole thing. He'll miss for ball 3. Not by much, but 3-1.
Man, I got to have that pitch. Where's my pitching coach? Isn't he pulling for me? I got to have that.
And a walk him. That's the first man he's walked today. He comes with 2 down. Jackie Bradley next. They'll get expert emergency care without leaving the ballpark at the Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center. The first aid station at Fenway is behind section 12 on the lower concourse. Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center. Visit bidmc.org. So we'll see if this leads anything. First ball 4 from Morton. Bradley's flying to center, 0 for 1. Go back over a pretty significant stretch now. 59 games. Jackie Bradley's hitting .285. Left center on the move. Marisnik. He has to pull up and play it on a bounce. Vasquez will stop at second base. So Jackie Bradley with a single. And there are a couple of men on for Mookie Betts.
Marisnik was thinking about going for a headlong dive. He was sizing it up. I thought he was going to try to make it, but it was just flare, and he pulls up. Vasquez stays at second, doesn't try to press the subject.
Mookie already with 2 hits today after 3 last night. He has a single and a double on the afternoon/evening. And another chance for the Red Sox to make some noise. They've had a few opportunities against Morton. And Mookie, look at a fastball, strike one. Betts came in leading the majors with a .339 batting average, now up to .342. His 40th double in the third inning.
That big snake again. Tried to get an 0-2 fastball in on Mookie last time up and ripped it down the left field line.
Mookie with 6 home runs since the All-Star game. Vasquez at second, Jackie Bradley at first, with 2 down.
Boy, he doesn't want to make a mistake.
Betts has now scored 113 runs. That's second in the majors. Love to score himself along with 2 other guys right now. Benintendi on deck. 3-1.
Nobody's biting here. I mean, if you want a party, you got to throw a strike.
Morton's 3-1. Oh, he had a swing. Got a pitch too.
Yes, he did. 3-1 challenge time. Throws him a cross seamer right there. Had a good hack at it. I don't know if he'll get another one. Man, if I had that, I'm throwing a snake if I had that.
If you miss with it, you load the bases. And that would bring the tying run to the plate. And he did go to breaking ball and he missed with it. That didn't have anything on it. That loads him up and will bring the tying run to the plate. Mookie Betts reaching for the 3rd time after reaching 4 times last night. Brent Strom, their pitching coach, marching out. McHugh, who pitched last night, quickly warming up.
Well, once again, you know, Morton hasn't been out there in 11 days, right? So he's not really the same guy. You're not as far as going deep into a game, and he's had a couple of challenging innings back to back.
Really, every inning has been a challenge for him except for the second.
Yeah, you're right. MLB at Bat is your #1 app to follow the Red Sox postseason push. Download MLB Bat today.
Well, the Red Sox for most of the summer have been the kings of the Grand Slam. Benintendi has gone 1 for 2 in today's game with a base hit and fly to center. And the Red Sox have them all loaded up. So it is Vasquez at third, Bradley at second, Mookie Betts at first. And ball 1. Sox trying to climb back in it against Hinch in Houston. That's a ball. 2-0.
Well, he's getting around to where he's going to have to throw something he can hit. Just don't miss it.
Foul that one in the air, off to the left, racing over Bregman, but it's out of play.
Yeah, velocity got him there, got an hit on him. You'd think you're ready for a fastball 2-0. Things snuck up on him a little bit. Ball's up, I believe. No. Yeah, hair up. He's a little late.
Fly ball left center field. Racing for it, Ken Marisnik as well. He runs it down and then into the wall, and he hangs on.
That's why he's out there.
Their defense has been superb.
Oh, yeah, that is a big league play.
Red Sox leave him loaded.
This is a game saver. This is going to clear the bases. This is a gap ball. It's going to be off of the scoreboard. He goes a long ways for it. Fearless makes the play of the game, obviously. That's why he's there, one of the best center fielders in the game. He can go get it.
And frustration ultimately for Andrew Benintendi and the Red Sox, who've now left 7 men on base. So they've had opportunities. They've been thwarted more than once by Houston D. Tyler White with a triple and an RBI, also taking ball for 5-1 Houston as we proceed to the 5th. Workman into his 2nd inning out of the pen. All 5 runs for Houston were charged to Eduardo Rodriguez, who was on the mound today for 3 1/3. And they had some big swings, including a pair of home runs. Looked to hold up the appeal, and he did not swing. The Red Sox have squandered opportunities. Left 2 men in the 1st inning, scored only 1 run despite 3 hits. Double and a base hit in the 3rd inning, did not score anybody. 2 walks and a base hit in the 4th inning, and left them loaded.
Houston's left on 2 each of the last 3 innings too. This game could be a little bigger, lopsided.
Now Sox still within range, but needing a clean inning on the hill. And the 2-2 to White. High chopper. Bogart's backing up from the outfield grass. Will skip the throw, and he got it there. Well, he handles that play very smoothly.
It's almost like he took that Lindor play. That's what Lindor does a lot of. He gets to the ball, knows the runner can't run that well. One hops it. Don't miss WB Mason Extra Innings Live right after the game. TC, Jim, and Johnny will break down the game, and you'll hear from Eduardo Rodriguez and Alex Cora. HOU but WB Mason celebrating over 20 years of same-day delivery.
It used to be you would rarely see a shortstop or even a third baseman way behind the bag skip a throw unless it was on turf.
Right. It's a new thing, isn't it?
Relatively, I think. Risnick, more of a trickler. Xander will glove, fire, got him. 2 up, 2 down.
Xander showing off right now, making all the plays. Back on a ball, 1 hops, and then this one he's got to get it. Risnick can run, and he goes on the run and makes a nice little underhand throw. Sidearm piece. Out number 2.
Stay tuned after the 3rd out for the Mid-Fifth Studio Show at TC. Maldonado with a good day going, a walk and a home run into the monster seats. That was back in the 4th inning against Rodriguez. Kemp on deck. 5 runs on 7 hits for Houston. 1 run on 6 hits for the Red Sox. No errors in the game. These 2 clubs rank 1 and 2 in fielding percentage. Houston on top. That's scalded to center field for a base hit. So his good day continues. 2nd hit today for Maldonado. 3rd time aboard.
Maldonado's getting real comfortable playing for Houston.
Yeah, coming over in the trade from the Angels, where he was a Gold Glover.
Kind of quietly, you know, you play on the West Coast, you just don't hear about it. We've seen the kind of arm he has, that's for sure. And he went bridge last time up, so he's styling.
2 down. Did you find in your days closing for the Oakland A's that there was a definite East Coast bias against the West Coast?
I didn't really feel it. I like playing on the West Coast. There's not as much pressure. You know, that's what comes with it, being out there. No one knows what's going on. Kind of sneak up on everybody.
Again towards Xander Bogaerts. Busy inning. He'll toss it for the force play to retire the side. No runs ahead, 1 left. Time now for the Mid-Fifth Studio Show at TC. Take another crack at getting to Charlie Morton, who's been bending but not breaking. Red Sox do have 6 hits, but only 1 run. They've stranded 7.
Charlie's on a short leash right now, I would assume, after all the trouble he's had.
JD Martinez will lead it off. So far 0 for 2, a fly to center and a ground ball to short. Although hitting .370 his last 38 games. Bogarts and then Moreland. At the midway point, Bobby pointed a lefty to start to throw in the pen. Colin McHugh up again. It'll be 79 pitches after this next offering for Morton. Wonder if the plan is this will be his last inning anyway.
Oh yeah, I'd be shocked if he went past this. He's got to get out of this.
Yeah, just off the DL. 10-day disable, some shoulder soreness. Oh, 2 to Martinez. JD entered today's game with 171 hits, so 200 hits is not out of the realm. He pops this one up. Oncoming Springer, still coming, but he's there to make the play.
Yeah, tonight at 10 on NESN Sports Today, get a complete preview of tomorrow's Patriots season opener against the Texans. NESN Sports Today is presented by People's United Bank, where the technology is as helpful as the people.
Well, Xander Bogaerts has kept on swinging it. 2 for 2 today with an RBI single. 91 driven in. Got the Red Sox going in the first inning. But they've not scored since then, and the Astros have scored 5 times. Xander has already set career highs in RBIs, doubles, extra base hits, and his next home run will tie his career high of 21, which he set 2 years ago.
I think he's had a great year, not just offensively, but I think defensively, quietly had a really good year, making all the plays.
The last inning was a great example.
See Morton out there going to the 2-seamer now.
Well, facing the heart of the order here in the 5th. Overcast and pretty windy here at Fenway. Temperatures dip down to 66. High fly ball. He laid into this one. Back it goes, traveling back, and it is gone. 21 for Xander. And the Red Sox have cut it to 5-2.
Boy, have an inning, huh? Defensively had made all 3 plays last inning, and he comes out and hits a bomb here. He doesn't miss it. Looks like a 2-seamer. Look at it coming back to him, and I mean, see, it's a beautiful swing. Not a lot of effort.
No. Speedway donates $500 to Boston Children's Hospital for every Red Sox homer. Speedway, New England's first choice for value and convenience, and the largest convenience store contributor to Children's Miracle Network hospitals. So a 3-run game. 21 home runs, tying his career high for a single season. Moreland has flied out and struck out today.
Morton's trying to get in that dugout and give him 5 innings and try to get this W.
.409 the tail of the tape on the home run. And no swing for Moreland. It's kind of due to lay into one as well. Two and two.
And Morton has that sideways curveball like McHugh the other night. You know, he used to have a 12-6. They've turned it into a kind of a flatter one. Because I remember this kid when he had like a curveball, like a 3/4 one. This one breaks sideways a lot.
Full count. Kinsler on deck. Some guys coming up who can hammer you right back in it as McHugh gets closer to being ready. 3-2. And he struck him out. 94 miles an hour to put away Moreland, so 2 down.
Moreland gets a 94 mile an hour two-seamer. See that two-seamer? Doesn't, you know, dip all that much, but just enough. Swung over the top of it. Good pitch. 3-2.
On the day, Kinsler has grounded to third and grounded to the shortstop.
Yes.
14 home runs for Ian. Breaking ball for strike one. Red Sox have scored in the first and again here in the fifth against Morton. Kinsler lately taking a lot of base hits to right field. This one lobbed towards center field. Marisnik charging on. He'll run it down. Red Sox settle for the one.
By Joseph Abboud, available at Men's Warehouse. TC Johnny and Steve will preview the Red Sox next series against the Blue Jays.
Left-hander Bobby Pointer will make an appearance here as we go to the 6th inning. 5-2 Houston. He'll get the top of the order. Bobby tossing a perfect 7th inning, just 9 pitches. Striking out 2 men in Atlanta on Wednesday. Looked very sharp. George Springer 0 for 2 with a walk and a run. Helmet came off on a big cut.
What new big cut, Springer? Boy, they see that number 1 and they just leave Earth, man.
With their top 3 very impressive. I was talking with a couple of the Astros regular broadcasters, and they were talking about the Red Sox lineup that way.
Oh yeah.
You know, they were talking about Betts, Benintendi,
1, 2, 3.
Martinez, and then Bogarts, and go, wow,
Right.
I mean, boy, they just come at you. But the Astros have had the better of it so far in the series. In their pen, Josh James is getting going.
He got his 5 innings in. They see it, Morton.
Up the middle, Bogarts can't reach that one, so a base hit. Springer is on for the 2nd time. This one leads off the 6th inning. Time for a game break brought to you by Jordan's, the furniture store of the Red Sox. Here's Tom Caron.
Too close to the bag.
Tom, thank you. Altuve's 1 for 3 with a single. And last year hit .533 in the series against the Red Sox, the division series. Against the Yankees, he hit .320 with 2 home runs in a championship series. He cooled off in the World Series, hitting .194, but did plenty of damage in the 2 series prior to the October Classic. That's high and tight and hit him. He was hit by the pitch.
And he was so far off the plate, too. I don't know if that's my imagination or what, but he got hit.
So a couple of men on, nobody out. Let's toss it down to Guerin.
Thanks, Obi. Well, what a season Alex Bregman is having, and no one is happier for him than his best friend Blake Swihart, unless he's playing against the Red Sox. Swihart and Bregman met when they were 10. They consider each other to be like brothers, and they played together all through high school. And guys, Swihart was telling me that even when he goes home in the offseason, Bregman is already at his house waiting for him. Now, guys, he said there's a lot of trash talking, especially during this series. And another funny thing is that Bregman used to be the catcher, and Swihart was the shortstop when they were in high school.
How about that? Well, Bregman has turned into a star. In this one, he's already homered and taken ball 4. Seems to barrel it up every time.
Got fooled there with a high changeup.
Springer with a base hit. Altuve hit by the pitch. And now Pointer trying to get out of it. Bregman's having a great September for the month. Granted, not that many games, but .522 with 5 homers already this month. As of September 8th. (5-2) Houston, 6th inning. Lights are on at Fenway. And spun him around. Coming in tight again.
Yeah, you put a sign in, you want fastball in, you're going to get it in. It's lucky he didn't drill him right here. If he's diving, he's going to drill him. Got his hands out of the way.
Justin Verlander, who the Red Sox will not face in the series. 1-2. Fouled back. Astros have been, much like the Red Sox, an outstanding road team. 48-21 away from Houston. Two and two.
Everything up in this at bat.
Nobody out. They lead at first and second. Waved on and missed. He got him.
Boy, he finished him off with his best pitch. Really, a changeup down after everything upstairs. See a little three-finger, kind of sinks a little bit at the end. The speed, off speed, gets him. Made one of the best hitters in the league look bad.
Introducing the new Dunkin' Run menu. Get delicious afternoon snacks for $2. Donut fries, pretzel bites, and waffle breaded chicken tenders. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. It's a limited time offer. That'll send up the cleanup man, Yuli Gurriel. Drove in a run in the 4th inning, singled in the 3rd inning. The Red Sox have not had a double play ball today.
You smell one right here, huh?
Well, the timing is right, if nothing else.
It's hard to get a double play with the ball up there, that's for sure. That changeup might do it. Well, those guys think they can get to that fastball. It's just tempting.
Springer and Altuve on. Oh, 1 will not be made from the lefty. Gurriel's been really tough on left-handers, hitting .322 against them. Plus 4 home runs. In there for a strike.
There's that changeup for a strike. High fastball, follows it up with a changeup. Nicely done. Back upstairs again.
Popped him up on the infield. Xander Bogaerts with a infield fly in effect, and that'll be out number 2.
Tuesday at 6:30. Don't miss Red Sox Game Day Live, presented by DCU. TC Johnny and Steve will preview Chris Sale's return from the disabled list as he makes a start against the Blue Jays. DCU, Digital Federal Credit Union. What can DCU save you?
Here's Correa, a double, strikeout, sit into a fielder's choice as well. Red Sox got the first run of the ball game. Astros came back with a pair in the second. He was right in the thick of it. A double, a triple, sac fly in that inning, and Houston was on top, and they have not trailed since. And one of the things the Red Sox really liked about Bobby Pointer and why he made the ball club out of spring training was he's gutsy.
Gutsy with sneaky cheese is what it is. You know, that ball upstairs, it plays like 95.
Oh, 1-2.
Boy, he's got it working, man. Fastball, changeup.
So what do you go with here to get Correa?
Another changeup down or a fastball out of the zone. You don't throw a strike here.
Little number off the end of the bat. Moreland will flip onto the pitcher. Bobby Pointer gets there. He does a nice job getting out of that. We'll see how important that is here this afternoon, this evening from Fenway.
Yeah, Wednesday is Devers Gnome Night at Fenway Park. The first 10,000 fans in attendance will receive a Raphael Devers Gnome presented by Granite City Electric. For tickets and more information, redsox.com/promos.
Well, Devers will lead things off here, bottom of the 6th inning. Red Sox down by 3 runs. Josh James will be their new pitcher, so as suspected, it would be 5 and done for Morton. Gave up a home run to Xander Bogaerts last inning. And a big right-hander to go to work against Devers, who's flied out and grounded out.
Yeah, he started a game for them. You know, the one appearance that he had, he went 5 innings, struck out 9 guys. So they kind of like him.
Christian Vasquez on deck. Red Sox need a jolt on the offensive end. Xander Bogaerts providing one last inning. Xander's had another good day at the plate. He's 3 for 3, 2 RBIs. Mookie Betts is 2 for 2 with a walk, but it's been pretty quiet everywhere else in the lineup. 2 Hopper backing up Correa. 1 gone. Christian Vasquez with a strikeout and a walk. Red Sox in the 4th inning took 2 ball 4s and had a base hit from Jackie Bradley, but left the bases loaded. They didn't score. So there have been chances for the Red Sox to do more than 2 runs, 7 hits today.
Riznick made the play of the game off the scoreboard.
He sure did. With the bases loaded. Long running catch. Made contact with the wall.
You can see why they like James. You see that coming out of his hand. He's slinging that 99 stuff up there.
Springer's also made a diving catch in right field. Correa's made some very nice plays at short. They're not going to make many mistakes and hurt themselves.
No, you could see why everything's shored up.
And the 2-0.
And they really shored it up by getting Maldonado when you think about it. I mean, that's the one position they weren't sure of, you know, with McCann getting hurt.
It's not often you can go out and get a Gold Glove catcher.
I mean, really.
In July.
Especially in your own division.
True. From the Angels, 2-1. Floater toward right, foul ground, ranging Gurriel, and hung on to it, and then into the netting over there, and his shirt gets caught up, and he held on for the out. Well, their good defense continues.
Oh, that is a nice play. The concentration that went involved here. The ball wasn't in the air very long. He had to hurry up and get there. They got the netting down the line there, but doesn't look like much, but you got to concentrate to get that thing, and awkwardly goes into that netting.
Boy, he made the catch and the netting caught him.
Right in the face too, huh? Oof.
Oh man, say hello.
Ugh.
A fine play. They've made a lot of them this series. Jackie 1 for 2 with a base hit. Mookie Betts looking for a chance to bat again. He's on deck. Mookie has 5 hits in the series. Two strikes on JBJ with 2 down. That wind is actually picking up a little bit.
Coming at us.
And it's a cool wind. James with the 0-2. Liner but foul. Rick Porcello to go on Sunday Night Baseball. Going after his 17th win.
He went 5 innings, right, last time?
Yes, he did. 5 at Atlanta.
They're going to try to give him some extra rest after this start Sunday night, tomorrow night. Cora was talking about that, trying to give him another day.
The Red Sox with an 8.5 game lead.
He's zoned out over there, isn't he?
Wait, it is the day before start, right?
Yeah, he's in a daze, man. Wake up, brother. There he is.
He'll be taking on Dallas Keuchel. Another good duel there. Here comes the 0-2. And he struck him out. 100 miles an hour with a high one. 1-2-3 go to Red Sox. Ball on Nesson is brought to you by KM Together We Grill, Lexus and the Lexus Strikes Out Hunger program, Harbor One Bank, ranked the #1 bank in Massachusetts by Forbes, and by Southwest Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. Dennis Eckersley, Dave O'Brien with you from the booth. 5-2 Houston, going to the 7th. Bobby Pointer back at it against Tyler White, who's tripled, walked, and grounded out. Red Sox really in need of a quick inning. Had a lot of high stress innings. 5 runs, 9 hits for the Astros, including a pair of home runs. One by Bregman, one by Maldonado. Red Sox have one from Xander Bogaerts, number 21.
They've left on 9 guys through 6 innings.
Yeah, there's been some frustration here today for the Sox. And you add in a tremendous effort from David Price last night. He's had nothing but lately, for a long time. And a game the Red Sox did not win. Still time to do something about this one today.
Well, they're lucky it's 5-2, to be honest. Well, he deserved more last night. Just couldn't get through that 7th.
Two and 2, 10 strikeouts, 6 1/3. Marisnik on deck, and then Maldonado. Cut on and missed. He put him away. One gone. After the game, stay tuned for Red Sox Final, presented by Rodenheiser Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electric. TC, Jim, and Johnny highlighted Andrew Benintendi on the Rodenheiser Heat Zone is hot. Jake Marisnik is cold. Here's how they've done today.
The guy that was cold is the guy that made the spectacular catch.
And he bats now. Does have an RBI in this one. A sac flies, 0 for 2. And a pop up to center, short, but time for Jackie Bradley to come in and make the catch. 2 up, 2 down. Here's our carrying the freight moment, brought to you by Old Dominion, a home run cut by Maldonado.
Well, he had seen a slider earlier in this at bat, that this one was a strikeout over the plate, and this ball just sort of jumps off his bat. He flicked it out of here.
Old Dominion, the official freight carrier of Major League Baseball and the Red Sox. So it was his 9th of the season. He's not made an out today. Also a walk and a base hit.
Well, there's some swings and misses to that 90-mile-an-hour fastball. It's upstairs and it just looks delicious, and they can't get to it. He mixes it in with the changeup. It's just 2-pitch pitcher that. See the fastball in. Don't drill him. Boom.
0-2. Tony Kemp on deck. And he got him. Oh, he pulled the string beautifully. That's exactly what the Red Sox needed in that 7th inning. 1-2-3. The official real estate company of the Red Sox, Sullivan Tire and Complete Auto Service. Exciting games, tasty dining. Enjoy it all at Plainridge Park Casino. And by Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance. Great looking crowd here today. Packed house at Fenway. They'd love some more offense. 5-2 Houston. And Mookie Betts will lead it off here against James. Mookie has not recorded an out, a single, a double, a walk. Benintendi, Martinez, and then Bogarts. If the inning is still alive. Tyler Thornburg throws in the pen. Bobby Pointer looking really sharp.
Pointer looked great, didn't he?
Really did. Throwing strikes, great changeup. It's exactly what the Red Sox needed, was a quick inning from a pitcher.
Well, this guy fastball changeup too, but his fastball is 99, changeup 90. That's Pointer's gas. Doesn't matter, it plays.
Two and two on Mookie, getting 348 for the month.
I mean, it's tough to hit now. You talk about you've never seen a guy before. He's throwing 99. He's got that changeup, 10 miles an hour off.
Mookie has yet to homer in September, and he will not here. Down he goes. So one away.
And you think it's going to be a changeup, and he throws a slider. I mean, that's nasty.
First trip to Fenway, high expectations. Back to that strikeout, Mookie Betts.
He had thrown him fastballs and changeups, then he features a slider and a dandy. Perfect placement. Got him out front. You never have Mookie swing like that.
Benintendi with a hit today, 1 for 3. This one game number 143. Red Sox leading the majors with 97 wins. The magic number to clinch a postseason berth is down to 3. Andrew facing an 0-2, and he'll take a ball. Martinez next. That'll skip up there, and that one ate up Maldonado. I think it got him.
It's an errant throw there, that changeup. He turns it over way in front of the plate. Got it in the bicep. That's his throwing arm. That can't feel good.
And it's a cannon.
Back to the gas.
On the infield, charging on it, Altuve. Shovels it over, 2 up, 2 down. Martinez next. For a limited time at Jordan's Furniture, save up to $200 on select Sealy Hybrid and Conform mattresses. You get up to 60 months equal payments with no interest. Savings like this will not last forever, so shop now. James has come on and done a good job. He's retired every batter he's faced the last 2 innings.
I guess they find an arm in September. This is one of them, James.
Martinez 0 for 3. He's flied out, grounded to short, flied out again. James with a hard changeup, 89 to 91. Into right field. Springer will make that catch. 1, 2, 3 go the Sox for the second inning in a row. And Tyler Thornburg will make another appearance. He was in the game last night. 5.06 ERA. He'll get 9-1-2 for Houston, so he will have to take on Springer and Altuve. If anybody reaches the dangerous Alex Bregman, who belted a home run in the third inning. Maldonado homered in the fourth inning.
We'll see what Thornburg could do, but boy, I was impressed with Pointer, huh? I mean, that fastball changeup combo looked great.
Had 2 innings for Bobby, no runs, zipped through the last inning.
I mean, opened some eyes here, you know, with a performance like that at this point, you know, with the bullpen being up in the air for the for the most part.
Well, you got to figure there are chances to impress the rest of the way, especially in a series like this.
Yeah.
Against a team of this caliber, the reigning world champs. Tony Kemp, 279 with 5 home runs on the day, 1 for 3 with a single. Kemp starting today in left field, came off the bench and punched a 2-run hit late last night. That was a key in the Astros win. Beginning to get late here at Fenway. That's up the middle past the bag. Bogarts has it, but it's going to be late. And a base hit for Kemp. That's his second knock today. He can run. He can get up that line.
Perfectly placed up the middle of the diamond. Fastball at the end of the bat. 0-2 pitch. Fastball up. He doesn't crush it over Thornburg's head, but Bogey's got no chance.
10th hit of the day for Houston.
Kemp can run a little bit. 8 bases he's stolen on the year.
Top of the order, George Springer. A walk and a single. A run for George today. He's 1 for 3. Hard hit to third. Diving play Devers. He'll throw into second. He threw it away. Into right field. Kemp is up and running. So is Springer into second. Everybody's going to be safe.
Wow, you just want an out. All you wanted was an out. Nice play to get to this ball. He's all sprawled out on the ground. He tried to force it to second base, but this is a nice play to get to it. Watch him go to his left and makes the pick, finds the ball, and then he just couldn't get a good grip on it and fires it into right field. At that point, you almost have to eat it, but you know, he's trying to get an out. Now this is trouble, second and third, nobody out.
That'll be his 22nd error. Springer will reach on a base hit down to second on the E5. And Altuve, I should say Kemp down to third, and Altuve the batter. Altuve has gone 1 for 3 and he's been hit by a pitch. Now the infield is in and nobody out in the 8th inning. And you talk about the game on the line.
Oh yeah, this is huge right here.
And a fly ball into left field. Benintendi coming in on it. Kemp back to tag. He will not try to do it as the throw comes all the way in. Good toss too by Benintendi.
Altuve cannot get the job done. That ball wasn't hit far enough to left field, and Benintendi makes a nice throw. They were not going to go on this play. Last night they went on a shallow fly ball to right. Tonight they do not. Kemp stays at third base. Pretty good throw there.
Bregman the batter. First base is open. Cuevas getting going in the bullpen. And the Red Sox are going to pitch to him. He's lined to short, ripped a home run, walked and struck out.
This guy's seeing the ball so well, Bregman. I was surprised he struck out last time. That was a shocker off a pointer.
It's a dangerous guy to be pitching to.
And this is the kind of power that he has. He hit his 30th home run earlier in this game. Cross seamer right down the middle, and he just loses it. I've seen enough of that.
Yeah. Time now for our high strength steel plate, brought to you by New England Chevy dealers and Chevy Silverado. In there for a strike, 1-1. Bregman hitting an even 300. His home run was number 30. And he is 3 RBIs away from 100. He's the hottest hitter alive right now. Knocks out one foul, 1-2.
Try to get that ball in. Beat him on that fastball, though. He's late.
And Vasquez out for a word.
I'll tell you, he gets out of this inning with no runs scored. That's a little momentum. Getting to the dugout.
Well, it keeps you alive.
Yeah, just spare us here.
Keeps you in the game. He's going to have to get through Bregman. Has more extra base hits than anybody in baseball, including JD Martinez.
You know he wants to drive those runs in. He's anxious here. You're up in the count.
And Thornburg with a 1-2, and he struck him out high and tight at 93. It was not a strike, but he puts him away.
Well, he took advantage of it. He did. I mean, a couple bad swings at fastball. That one he just could not get to. That ball is way up and in.
Boy, that is big. So now can he get through Gurriel and get out of it? There have been only 2 innings where the Red Sox have been able to get him 1, 2, 3. Every other inning, at least 1 base runner, often 2.
Bregman was so anxious that at bat.
I think you're exactly right. I think Tyler really took advantage of that. Preyed on it.
And you throw a strike sometimes. You don't have to.
Kemp at third, Springer at second. Popped him up, Out goes Kinsler, out goes Bogaerts, and Kinsler takes it. Thornburg gets out of that, and despite the error, no harm done. Still alive. Runs Bregman and Maldonado with home runs. Xander Bogaerts has also ripped a home run. Short day for Eduardo Rodriguez. They seem to make an adjustment after that first thing. They got real aggressive on him.
They
started
did.
Pounding away. So he was out with just one out in the fourth. Josh Reddick is their new left fielder, taking over for Kemp. So that shores him up a bit defensively in the outfield. Really good outfielder. Xander has been perfect on the day with 2 singles and a home run. Built for baseball, presented by T-Mobile.
You see the fastball that he got from Morton, and he just lost a beautiful swing. We saw it last night. The ball he hit the center field. This one he leaves high left center field, number 21.
Tying his career high. That's been a great crowd today. First 2 games of the series, it's true, with a lot of Astro fans in attendance.
Pretty impressive appearance so far by James, walking into Fenway Park. Never heard of him. Had one big league start this year for Houston recently.
And down he goes. He fans Xander Bogaerts, one away in the 8th.
That changeup from hell over the 90-mile-an-hour changeup. I mean, that's tough. Now you've never faced a guy, and you see that. It's not a 3-finger one. It looked like a 2-finger split. But he's got some downward movement, and it looks like a fastball, and it doesn't get there.
Mitch Moreland steps in. He has fanned twice and flied to right. .98 at the knee, strike 1. Yeah, good luck.
Cheese at the knees.
Big time overshift with Altuve in shallow right field. He's the man in the shotgun.
That diving changeup, that is just filthy.
He's taken 8 to 10 miles an hour off the fastball.
If you've never seen him, it's like ridiculous. Looks like a sinker, doesn't it? 90-mile-an-hour sinker, but you get out front.
And it looks heavy.
Yeah, it looks like it's gas coming out of his hand is what it does. Yeah, it's a little three-finger, little turn me over. It's not a split.
He's throwing a lot of strikes too. 31 pitches, 24 strikes.
Yeah, he's feeling it.
Astros are still in a fight for the division. They can turn around and see that Oakland leads Texas in the 8th inning 6-4. They have a 3.5 game lead on the A's. Line drive down into the corner. That's a fair ball. Up against the side wall. It keeps on rolling. Moreland into second base. Conservatively, a hold on. He's got himself a double with one down.
Yeah, you see enough of those changeups. Eventually, you're going to get on one. And he hooked it down the line. It's that three-finger thing again that he turns over, ball down and in. That's where he likes it. Didn't really crush that ball at the end of the bat, but he yanked it right down the line, and it finds its way all the way down the line. You see Springer finally get to it, but it's all it is a double, but make something happen here.
Now Brent Strom, the pitching coach, headed out. Kinsler was about to dig in. Sox with a base runner, down 5-2 in the 8th.
Yeah, finally getting somebody up. That's why they're taking their sweet time.
That'll be Presley, who pitched very well last night.
They were hoping that James would just go out there and get everybody out. He had 7 guys out in a row up to that point.
Ryan Presley working in their pen, got his 2nd win of the year last night. Kinsler on the day, grounded to short, grounded to third, fly to center. Part of the order 6 through 9 for the Red Sox has been exceptionally quiet today. They have 1 hit, a Jackie Bradley single in the 4th inning. And in there for a strike in 97. 0-1. Devers next. Red Sox have to find a way to get in Moreland. They've left a lot of base runners on today. The 0-1 from James. Here's the 1-1. He stayed away. Now the big inning where the Red Sox really needed to cash in was the 4th inning when they left the bases loaded on the exceptional catch by Marisnik up against the American League scoreboard.
Oh, didn't have to. Didn't have to.
Called strike, 2-2.
This ball's down. Kinsler's trying to have a nice at bat, and then he changes the whole count, obviously. I mean, it could be 3-1 and hitters count. Now you got to open up the zone a little bit.
Moreland off the bag at second. Fills up the count. Kinsler with a little 4-game hitting streak. Would love to run it to 5 right here. Here's the 3-2. Roped, but foul.
Boy, he's ready for that gas, boy. He had the head out.
We are in the bottom of the 8th at Fenway. 5 runs, 11 hits for the Astros. 2 runs, 8 hits, and now an error for the Red Sox. It's become a cool night. In the middle 60s.
You wouldn't think he'd throw a changeup, but you never know. Hadn't thrown many sliders. Can't do much about that. That ball's chasing you. Ball's high, ball 4, but it's like in your eyes and you're just fighting it off.
Dustin Pedroia, who's been shut down for the season in uniform and in the dugout for the last couple of days.
Good time for a slider is what it is.
And he got it in there. Strike 3. AJ Hinch already out of their dugout. Cora coming out to make sure that Kinsler stays in, arguing here now with Rackley.
Well, he cost him a strike on that 2-1 pitch that he called strike 2. I think this ball had plate. It's kind of fooled. That slider fooled him. This is a high slider. This is a 2-1 pitch that he calls a strike. That ball's downstairs. Could be 3-1, but it's 2-2, and then 3-2 count. You see this last pitch, slider, his 3rd best pitch. That ball's up corner.
Borderline.
Yeah, you can understand Kinsler being upset. You can't have the low one and that one, is what he's saying.
Well, Presley is on. James allowing a double, but he was tough. Well, the Red Sox are trying to come back in the 8th inning. I don't know if they'll be able to top what they did in Atlanta the other day, down 7-1, and rallied to stun the Braves eventually 9-8, and that 8th inning was one to remember. Jackie Bradley's got a base hit, and they're all filled up. There's a drive out to right field, racing back to Wall, still backing up, can't get it. Blake Swihart tightens it up a little bit. Driven to left field, a base hit. Here comes Jackie Bradley. That makes it 7-4. To the 3rd baseman, knocked down by Camargo. And Gather, gun, he threw it away. Oh, this is getting fascinating now. Line shot and a left field base hit. 1 run in. Here comes Phillips. Here's the throw. Home. He dives. He's safe. The Red Sox come back from the grave today and have tied the ball game at 7. High fly ball. Deep left field. Watch this baby go. It is gone. How about that? Brandon Phillips has put the Red Sox in the lead. 9-8 in the 9th inning. Is that some debut? Goodness gracious. And holy cow. That was some debut. Now the Red Sox have a runner at second base and 2 down. Devers the batter. Ryan Presley out of the bullpen, picked up the win last night. Also blew the save initially, but in 17 games with Houston, he has a 1.10 ERA. He was acquired from Minnesota on July 27th. So they have been able to shore up their bullpen. But Devers looking to come through with a man in scoring position. Rafael is 0 for 3 today. (5-2) Astros, 8th inning.
I get a pitch right here. Got to be fastball.
'97 right through there. Stephen Wright getting going. Red Sox really want to find out how much they can use Stephen, who's coming back from that knee surgery, and how often they can use him in the bullpen. I think with an eye toward October. And he snapped it in there, the curveball.
Pretty nasty curveball there.
2-2.
Presley used to be with the Red Sox organization.
He's been a strikeout guy, and he's going to get one right here. He caught Devers admiring the pitch, and the Red Sox waste the double.
Starting Tuesday, for just the 4th time in franchise history, the Sox close in on 100 wins.
This is bragging rights right here.
It hasn't happened in over 70 years, and you can witness it now.
Another blast by J.D. Martinez.
As J.D. Martinez and the Sox power their way to the century mark and make history at Fenway Park.
It's time to party!
Blue Jays, Red Sox. The 3-game series begins Tuesday at 6 on NESN.
It's Jim from Ace Ticket. You know, for years I've been telling you about the great customer service you get at Ace Ticket, but don't listen to what I say. Listen to what our customers say. Well, it feels great when you read something like this, and this is the service that we're proud of. We know Boston. We've been here for 35 years. We go to the games just like you. We're Boston sports fans just like you, and we're here to give you the tickets you want and the service you deserve.
Hey, what do you guys want to listen to?
Oh, hip-hop. Reggaeton.
EDM.
EDM.
What about bubble trance?
Bubble what?
Bubble trance. It's a thing.
Oh.
My point is everyone's got different tastes. That's why Verizon lets you mix and match your family unlimited plans so everyone gets the plan they want without paying for things they don't. And right now, the whole family can get 6 months of free Apple Music on Verizon.
Oh.
So let's play that reggaeton. Old school reggaeton, not the new stuff.
Get 45 million songs with 6 months free Apple Music on us, only on Verizon. Switch now and get a free Samsung Galaxy J3V.
That plateau's the worst.
This looks like some proper American barbecue.
You came to the right place. Come on over here and try some burnt ends.
If you want the good stuff, you gotta come over here. This guy's like a vampire. He's afraid of steaks. Now, what's most important is you get the fat cap and decal. You want a high-quality meat? I use Wagyu.
Yeah, but you need some of the bark in order to set it right. In 5 hours, you flip it, tip it, tack it, give it a little tickle, and wrap it.
And then you gotta look for a nice smoke ring. And once you see the ring, get down on one knee and get engaged to that meat.
Hey, you catch that smell?
Ding, ding, ding. It's all about that GBD. Golden brown delicious.
Well, we're into the 9th inning now at Fenway. The Astros leading by 3 runs here. Correa, White, Marisnik up against Thornburg. And another situation with the Red Sox bullpen absolutely has to hold if the Sox are to have a chance to rally in the 9th inning. Correa with a double. He's gone 1 for 4. Red Sox missed an opportunity to get a little bit closer after the 1-out double by Mitch Moreland. Kenzer was called out on a controversial strike, and Devers fanned. So nothing across the plate in that inning.
Tough at bat there for Kinsler, really. I mean, borderline pitch for strike 3, and I thought the other one, strike 2, was a ball, definitely. And then he throws him a slider 3-2, which you don't expect. I'll tell you, the action that Thornburg had last inning didn't take long. I mean, seeing the They were in serious trouble second and third. Next thing you know, he punches out Bregman. Gets a pop up. He only threw 11 pitches.
You get Bregman these days, you're doing something. A wave and a miss by Correa. 2-2. Harris and the closer Osuna working side by side in the Astro pen. Here's the 2-2 to Correa. Liner and a caught. Ball by Moreland there at first base. One away.
Nice placement by Moreland. I mean, that's a bullet. Correa couldn't even get out of the box, huh? He's like emergency hack bullet. Out. Got a man there.
That is Robbie Scott loosening in a Red Sox pen. Tyler White next. He's gone 1 for 3 with a triple. Now come the bottom of the 9th inning, the Sox have due up Vasquez, Bradley, Betts. At this point, likely to be against Osuna. And the 2-0 to White. Well, today has been a different tale than last night when the Red Sox had sensational starting pitching. Not the case today, although Eduardo Rodriguez was coming off a great effort against Chicago. But today, 3 1/3, 5 runs on 6 hits. He would be in line to take the loss here in game 2.
Yeah, bullpen good up to this point.
Ran him back, almost got him. And so White is on with ball 4. He reaches base for the 3rd time.
Gonzalez coming in, pinch run, right?
He will run for White. So Marwin Gonzalez aboard at first base, and Marisnick has played a big role in this one with an outstanding running catch with the bases loaded to shut down the Red Sox, who failed to score in that 4th inning. Ground ball to third. Devers down to second, 1 on the first, double play. And that will retire the side. We are off to the bottom of the 9th inning. Red Sox down 5-2, trying to rally. I'll go get some. Well, that's the story right on the monster. 5-2. Houston has the lead as we go to the bottom of the ninth inning. Blake Swihart is going to bat for Christian Vasquez. And Roberto Osuna, their closer, comes out of the bullpen. He went one scoreless inning last night. Got the save. Since they got him from Toronto on July 30, he's 5 for 5 in save opportunities.
He did blow a save here in April, late April, against the Red Sox when he was with Toronto.
Blake hitting .224 with a home run. Jackie Bradley on deck, followed by Mookie Betts. So here we go to the last of the ninth.
A fastball, changeup, slider. Pretty much a two-pitch pitcher. Not that many sliders.
Floated to left field. Reddick coming out, won't get there. Drops down for a base hit.
Yeah.
So good start for the Red Sox. Swihart dunks one in.
That's how things start, with a thing to begin with. He didn't know where he hit it at the beginning. It's a fastball. Oh, to change up. See that thing falls up a little bit. End of the bat. Just a floater. I mean, that is just a beautiful thing is what it is. Here comes Jackie. Jackie hit a game-tying two-run shot off of Osuna a couple years ago in Toronto.
1 for 3 today with a single. And he pops this one sky high on the infield. Gurriel creeping down the line, and he'll make the play. One gone. So Bradley on one pitch retired. And now Mookie Betts. Mookie with a pair of hits today, single, a double. He's also walked and struck out. Red Sox have gone unbeaten their last 10 series at Fenway, but a loss in this one would end that. Houston took game 1 last night. Series ends tomorrow evening with Rick Porcello on the mound against Dallas Keuchel at 8 o'clock.
Well, you got the right guys up right now. Mookie, Benny, try to get to Martinez.
They're daring Mookie Betts to hit a ground ball to right, gaping hole over there.
Little cutter. You don't see too many of those to right-handed hitters. He does.
Mookie 3 for 9 with a double off Osuna.
Another
3 and 1. Yep. Another cutter.
I mean, this guy's got 3 runs to work with, and he's careful. He's going to be in trouble if he walks him.
JD a couple of batters away. And he walked him.
Oh yeah.
So the Red Sox are going to bring the tying run to home plate in the bottom of the 9th inning. With excellent speed on the bases, Swihart at second, Betts at first after ball 4.
This is where the crowd has to get into this thing. They started to right there in the 3-1 pitch.
In the meantime, Craig Kimbrell begins to loosen. Benintendi, the guy who hit the fly ball in the 4th inning, looked like it was headed for the wall, but so was Jake Marisnick, the center fielder.
Oh, play of the game, and you see him run all the way down the line. He almost took his face off in that. Look at that. That's a very brave play of the game. Saved 3 runs.
First and second, 1 down for Benintendi. 1 for 4 today. And in there for a strike. That bounces away. That bounces high onto the screen behind home plate, and the runners are going to advance to second and third.
Well, he doesn't have that feel for that changeup. You know, I'll tell you. You see this changeup, he just shoves it in the ground way before the plate. Those 2 runs don't mean anything, really. I know it takes him out of a double play is what it did, which is a beautiful thing, but tying run at the plate, that's the important one.
Martinez lurking.
Oh.
1-2.
Boy, he was not looking for that. I mean, he doesn't throw very many cutters to left-handers. It's normally fastball changeup, and he gets a cutter down and in. Good pitch.
Served the other way for a base hit. Swihart is in. Mookie Betts advancing to third, and an RBI single by Benintendi makes it 5-3.
He makes an adjustment. He gets another cutter, and he cuts down his swing is what he did. We saw it all last night, hitting the ball the other way. Well, it counted right there. It's a tough pitch. He just cut down the swing and just sliced it the other way. A little weak ground ball to left field, but man,
that's good hitting.
It really is. After that nasty cutter he threw in the pitch before, he just went down and chopped it the other way.
So JD Martinez, first and third, 1 down, representing the winning run at home plate.
A little walk-off Johnson right here.
Oh, he went for it.
Ooh.
0-1. The Red Sox have life in the ninth.
Oh, Suna's filling it out there.
Oh, what a cut. 95-mile-an-hour fastball, but 0-2.
Boy, you don't see cuts like this very often from JD. I mean, he comes out of his shoes a little bit here. Boom, trying to lift this thing.
He was thinking Lansdowne Street.
Oh, man. Walk me off.
Ground ball to short. Correa to Altuve, 1 on the first, double play, and the Astros have won 2 in a row. They have come to Boston and won the first 2 games of the series. Red Sox had been unbeaten their last 10 series at Fenway, but that ends here tonight as Correa and the Astros are back in the win column. Final 5-3, TC.